Okay, and now we are going to see about the extracellular matrix. What is extracellular matrix? Where it is present. So this is what you call as the cell, and the internal environment which is having the connective tissue called as the blood vessels. In between the cell, the space between the cells, the space between the cell and the blood vessels, it has to be maintained with the stable integrity. So that you coin it as the extracellular matrix. So this extracellular matrix, it contains majorly 3 molecules. The extracellular matrix, it contains majorly 3 molecules which is maintaining the cell in its position, the blood vessels, the connective tissues in its position, and it is also having major role in maintaining different functions. Okay, so far we have not talked about all those things. We will not consider all those things. They are also called as the connective tissues, epithelial tissues, all those things. But it is having the major role, but we will not remember all those major roles. I'm not going to tell in detail the entire mechanism of extracellular matrix. Few molecules and its single function. Okay, just copy it down, the extracellular matrix, and separate into 3 divisions. And this extracellular matrix, you have 3 major components of extracellular matrix. The first one is the structural fibrous protein. Okay, and this structural fibrous protein, it includes collagen, elastin, and fibrillin. Is it clear, my handwriting? Yes? Okay. So the extracellular matrix has 3 major molecules. The first one is the structural fibrous protein. This structural fibrous protein contains collagen, elastin, and fibrillin. And the second one is the adhesive glycoprotein. As the name, it is involved in the adhesion process to maintain the extracellular matrix. The structural fibrous protein, they are the proteins which is present in the extracellular matrix to maintain the structural fibrous protein in its position so that the cells, connective tissues, blood vessels, everything will be in its location. So for maintaining that, you need the adhesive glycoproteins. As the name, you can easily remember, it is involved in the adhesion process to maintain the extracellular matrix. They are fibronectin and laminin. Okay, and the third one is glycans. This glycans includes hyaluronic acid, sulfates. The sulfates contains chondroitin, keratin, heparin, and dermatan. Where you come across this chondroitin, hyaluronic acid, all those things? Orthopedics is over. What is the role of these things in the orthopedics? Hyaluronic acid, chondroitin, dermatan, heparin. How many of you finished the chapter-wise and subject-wise test in orthopedics? Have you come across these terms? Yes, they are the contents in the synovial fluid which makes a role of a cushioning mechanism between the joints to prevent the friction. Okay, so these are all the glycans. Now, before going, we are going to see the single important function of all these things. So, before going to see, now you see the picture. So, what is the collagen? See, these are all the collagens. It is very thin, like thread-like structures, which is present between the connective tissue, adjacent to the connective tissue, that is the blood vessel. Okay, and you have the elastin. Elastin, where you come across elastin? Anatomy, epithelial cells. Okay, so this elastin, as the name, it is going to give elastic function. Various organs is going to perform its elastic function. The most foremost example is lungs, alveoli of the lungs. So when you are breathing in oxygen, inspiration, expiration, it is performing the elastic function. The lungs is undergoing the contraction and relaxation, expansion. It is because of the elastin. And the second one is fibrillin. Fibrillin you have in between the collagen and the elastin. And then the adhesive glycoprotein. See the adhesive glycoproteins. The collagen, laminin, elastin, all those is being adhered together by this fibronectin. Okay, so this is how the extracellular matrix is organized. And now we will see this about the collagen. Collagen is the most abundant protein. So it is the most abundant protein which is present in the animal extracellular matrix. Okay, and it constitutes nearly 25% of the proteins in the extracellular matrix. Collagen plays a abundant role in the maintaining of extracellular matrix. And next is elastin. This elastin, it provides the elasticity, as we explained already. It provides elasticity. What are all the organs where we need the elastic function? In the lungs, in the blood vessels, as well as in between the joints, the ligaments, which is holding the bones together. So these three places, the elastin is having a major role. And the third one is fibrillin. This fibrillin, it is the largest protein. The most abundant is collagen. Remember, the most abundant is collagen. And the largest glycoprotein is fibrillin. Okay. And this fibrillin, it is present in the eyes. You are going to tell me in eyes where it is. And the periosteum. And in the aorta, the walls of the blood vessels. In the eyes, where is this fibrillin present? In the zonula fibers. Where is the zonula fibers? What is the function of zonula fibers? Which holds the iris, the lens, ciliary body in its location. So this is the one which is going to take part its role in the far and near side, accommodation, contraction, relaxation. Okay, so this is going to change the curvature of the lens. Okay, so there you are studying the zonula fibers. The zonula fibers is rich in which protein? Which extracellular matrix protein? That is fibrillin. Because of this content, it was able to perform the function which is having a major role in our vision. Okay, so these are the very minor proteins which we will always omit when we are studying the books. So you should remember all these things. Okay, clear? And next, among the adhesive protein, the adhesive glycoprotein which is majorly involved in the cell adhesion process is the fibronectin. Among the adhesive proteins, the fibronectin and laminin, which is mostly involved in the cell adhesion process, is fibronectin. And laminin, it is abundant in the kidney glomerular basement membrane. So the glomerulus of the kidney, in the nephron, you have the glomerulus. The glomerular basement membrane, it is rich with this content called as laminin. Okay. So this is what is about the extracellular matrix. So I will give you a fast revision. Extracellular matrix, that is the space present between the cells and the connective tissue, which is maintaining the location, which is maintaining the cells and the connective tissue in its position. Okay. And it contains so many things. The most important things is three major molecules. One is the structural fibroprotein and the cell adhesive glycoproteins and the glycans. So the fibrous protein, structural protein includes collagen, elastin and fibrillin. Collagen is the most abundant glycoprotein, and elastin, it is maintaining the elasticity, which is majorly present in the blood vessels, lungs and the ligaments. Okay, not the joints. It is mainly present in the ligaments. Okay, and the largest glycoprotein is fibrillin, which is having its major role in the zonular fibers of the eyes and the periosteum and the aorta. And coming to the adhesive glycoproteins, the most commonly involved adhesive glycoprotein is fibronectin. Okay, and laminin, it is having its major role in the kidney and in the kidney it is in the glomerular basement membrane. And next, coming to the glycans, the hyaluronic acid and the sulfates. The sulfate, it includes chondroitin, keratin, heparin and dermatin. So about these functions, the glycans, you have already come across in the osteology. Okay, so no need to go in detail of all the extracellular matrix. Shall we see a case? Yes. So a 30-year-old man with a marfanoid habitus. Marfanoid habitus, anyone have the idea? Okay, we will continue the case. A 30-year-old man with a marfanoid habitus, he is presenting to the genetic counseling. Okay, his father, paternal uncle and the paternal grandfather died of sudden cardiac death. And the father specifically suffered from aortic dissection. So as a part of his patient's workup, he recently had a cardiac imaging which reveals 5 centimeter aortic aneurysm. So the positive family history was seen in this case. And he sent for further surgical consultation and is suspectedly tested for the Marfan syndrome. So what is Marfan syndrome? Any idea of a Marfan syndrome? Increased elasticity. Then, so the Marfan syndrome, it is mainly due to the mutation in the fibrillin 1 mutation. What is the role of fibrillin? It is having the major role in the zonular fibers, blood vessels, all those things. So this is not only present in a specific structure or a specific organ, it is present throughout, all over. So in the Marfan syndrome, we will consider it as a genetic disorder, but it is a rare disorder. Since to make you to think about the extracellular matrix and to just make you to remember at least few points. Okay, so we are coming about this rare genetic disorder, Marfan syndrome. So it is mainly the defect in the connective tissues and the extracellular matrix because of the mutation in the fibrillin 1 gene. Okay, so since it is involved in all the systems, it is not present in a specific system in specific place throughout. So you will have a feature like this. So first thing, intraocular lens dislocation and ocular hypertension, crowded teeth because of the accumulation of the alveoli in the mouth and the high arched neck. This is the specific feature you can see when a patient is coming to visit your clinic. Because of the appearance, based on the appearance, you can see and term it as Marfanoid habitus. Don't mistake it with acromegaly. Okay, so you have the long fingers and the stretch marks and increase, and the main thing is the pectus craniatum and excavatum. And then you have long arms, and most commonly the feet will be very flat and disproportionately long legs. So this will be similar to that of acromegaly. If you did not see in detail, if you did not do the workup, laboratory investigation, once when you see, you can also judge it with the acromegaly, but this is not acromegaly. And this is the specific differences which will make you to identify as the Marfan syndrome because of the mutation in the protein fibrillin, which is the major role in the extracellular matrix. Okay.